Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of NasCard Radio. This is episode 107 of NasCard Radio, where trading cards and racing meet. I'm your pal Val. With me is the amazing Jason. Jason, how are you tonight?
I
Today?
am doing well.
And then the man, the myth, the legend, PSA Hall of Famer, Logan at King NASCAR. How are you?
All I got to say is,
Yeah, we'll get into that. We got a little different show today. It's going to be kind of abbreviated. We're recording this Sunday night. Nationals coming up if folks haven't heard. So we make our trek to that, but definitely want to um, give some race results, talk about a few different things happened today, uh, which I haven't seen in quite a while or ever. And then we're going to talk about the National. We have a little program that we're running here at NasCard Radio. And then we're going to finish up with King's Court. So, but gentlemen, I guess we'll jump into it quick. We had the Camping World Truck Series this weekend. We had Chandler Smith and Corey Heim win that at Pocono and Xfinity. Also on Saturday, we had at Pocono, Noah Graskin was our winner, and Sheldon Creed, position five.
yep, Todd freaking Gibbs came in second.
Yeah, he definitely showed a lot of maturity with that racing. I like I said before, folks need to worry about him. He's grown up some.
Yeah, he could have taken Gregson out easily, easily. He
Yeah,
didn't.
he came right up to there and he rubbed him a little bit, and but didn't wreck him, and there was no tire marks on the door at all. So from that, so I, yeah, he settled for the second, and never got the win. So it just shows his maturity now. Than probably earlier in the season, he would have probably took him out, but.
Yeah, well, he's learned some valuable lessons, and it's shown on the track for sure.
Right, it's a good thing. So, in the Cup Series today, we had at Pocono, our race winner was Denny Hamlin, followed by Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott. But the number 11 and 18 are disqualified. So Chase Elliott is our winner today.
Did Chad Canals go work for Gibbs?
Yeah, that was late breaking today, where they found some material inside that fascia of the car. So NASCAR, they're going to send it to uh, research and development, and they said it's an appealable offense, but I don't understand why they got the disqualification if it's appealable. So
So,
more to be followed. So it's still too early, I think, to know about this. So
yeah, it's all in flux right now. So I guess really Chase is our provisional winner for now.
yeah, I don't.
I guess why would you announce a provisional winner if it's appealable to where it could, like, I understand having the incident and it being appealable, it's in a lot of sports, but like I think you were kind of leading the way to that, Val, is like, why would you announce Chase as a provisional winner when, how long would that appeal take? What's the timeline on something like that?
I think they said it was going to be this week
Yeah, it
or
won't take
next
them
week.
long. Yeah,
But
they can't sit on it. They'll do it very quickly.
yeah, I don't know if you, Logan, you've ever gone to one of the races where the post race inspection, but in Charlotte, I was lucky enough to get down into the pits and stuff after, and they come around and they pull their transponders and stuff out. They run, the winner. I think it was Truex at the time. They run it through um, behind the hood and run the lasers on it. So with this new gen car, they're trying to bring down costs and stuff that they're not going to, I think, play this game with the team owners, putting farm material in there that it shouldn't have been. So,
Yeah,
but to have one and two taken out like that, that's just
You
You know,
know, Kyle Busch is going to be mad, mad.
yeah,
Oh
but
my!
so I wonder if they check the 20. Does it go to 23XI? You know, they're kind of a satellite on that. So I don't know if I told you this story before, but real quickly, when I was touring RCR and we were talking about something about the spoiler or whatever, because Ty Dillon at the time was running for Jermaine Racing, and so basically, I don't know if I should say this or not, but all the experimental stuff they would run through Jermaine Racing. So if it got caught, it would tag them and not RCR.
Yep.
Hmm.
So it was kind of like floating because I mentioned about the rear spoiler. He said, yeah, everybody was out that night changing out the spoilers out in the parking lot or whatever to go back to the other one since they got caught. Because I was talking about, I think it was Harvick had gotten caught and um, they didn't appeal it or nothing. So when they don't appeal something, you know,
Yeah, they're just admitting they're guilty at that point.
yeah, they were trying something, got caught, and all right, move on. So anyway, sorry, I digress. But so was it only on those two, and the other two were fine, or is it more going on? So
Well, there's also huge playoff implications here too, because Denny was going to tie Chase Elliott in wins and only be 3 points behind in the playoff points. So this will be a huge shift. Now Chase will have 4 and more playoff points, and what Denny got is gone. So yeah, it's gonna be a big deal.
we're not even going to get into the Ross Chastain thing. Ross Chastain might be laughing at this, but
Now I'm sure he's laughing right now. There's no doubt, but trust me, that it's not over between those two. Denny still has a score to settle with him.
yep. And moving over to F1, that was a French Grand Prix. That was an enjoyable race. Uh,
Unless you
but
were Charles Leclerc.
yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of I don't know a nightmare of a previous race. I think last time though, his car broke on him. This time he's leading the race, and I guess his tires were wearing, and he lost that back end of that car, and he went right into the barrier and couldn't get it started, and he wasn't too happy on the radio.
No, here you go. Here it is again. Yeah, I would say he's not. I've never heard anybody scream like that before on the radio.
Well, one thing is refreshing to hear his interview where he said he was kind of pushing himself, and if that's these are going to be the results of him trying to do that, is it worth it or whatever. Uh, so it's going to be curious to see how he finishes the second half of the season, and well, what's also you know, missing out of this was Max Verstappen. He led the rest of the way. He held off Lewis Hamilton second and George Russell third. I think that's if I got it right. Now it was interesting. I don't know if you watched that when the safety car left. How George Russell kind of did a little cat and mouse there and was able to overtake Sergio Perez on the restart there.
Yeah, I saw that. In fact, I've still got it. It's frozen right now. There's only like about, you look and see, there's just a handful of laps left. I was watching it before we started this.
Yeah, so he kept that interval and was able to catch Sergio Perez napping, I guess. So
Mhm.
Mercedes 2-3 on the podium.
Yeah, it's what I've been saying week by week. They're creeping up. They're coming back. You wait and see. Lewis Hamilton will have a win here in the next 3 or 4 races.
I think so. They're
Mhm.
getting close. They're getting close now. You know, with Charles Leclerc out, he kind of bumped up, but Max kind of extends his lead in the points, but it's still not over by any means.
Oh no, not at all.
Let's see. Next race for uh, F1 is going to be the Hungarian Grand Prix in Budapest. That's going to be on Sunday the 31st with the truck race. It's going to be Saturday, July 30th at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm sorry, the truck race is going to be Lucas Oil Raceway, and that's going to be Friday the 29th. Xfinity on Saturday the 30th at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. And then Cup is also at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and that's going to be Sunday the 31st as well.
Yeah, and we hadn't talked about IndyCar yet, but they're going to be there too.
Yes. So we had actually 2 races in IndyCar this weekend. We had one race on Saturday. Joseph Newgarden won that, and then race today. Pato Award won that, and then yes, the next race is going to be Indianapolis Grand Prix, and that's going to be July 30th, Saturday at 12 p.m.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the IndyCar races. I've been doing national stuff and watched the Cup race and did chores around the house. So it's been a jam-packed weekend. I'm taking off tomorrow to finish up getting ready.
Yeah, I think it's been a busy weekend for all of us. Yeah. Like I said, we're recording early so we can get this out and this information out for the week. But moving over, to the national type news, we'll be there Wednesday, and me and Logan will be with the Hobby Hotline team on Friday on the main stage at 10 a.m. So if you're at the National on Friday, come by and see us. And they're going to be doing, Jason, how do you want to call it? A repack?
I mean, you can call it a repack. I just called it a prize pack. It's kind
There
of
you
the
go.
same thing, just a little fancier, I guess.
Prize pack with little card goodies.
Yeah. So we all kind of pitched in some stuff that we have, lying around, but I got some packages from you and Logan, and was pleasantly surprised to see what you guys included in there. So all 3 of us are going to pitch in some stuff, make these packs, and then kind of disperse them at the National randomly, hand them to some people, leave them on some table somewhere. So they'll just kind of be everywhere. And then there's kind of a bigger contest that goes along with that. We want you to share it, of course. So there's going to be a little label on the back that tells you what to do if you find one of these. It will say, how to share it on social media, what hashtag to use. And then the winner of that will get a Dale Earnhardt Jr. Signed card from Panini. Val, I don't know if you have it on you at the moment, but I will.
It's a
can't
signed.
remember what it was.
It's a 2019 Victory Lane dual mem autograph with
Okay.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
But probably tomorrow, Monday, for those that are listening later in the week, there will be some images on social media with the card and all that information so that everybody has it. Like you said, we're all kind of busy and catching up and getting ready for the National and doing other stuff. So I'll have that at least by the time the show goes live. It'll be out there for everybody to see what we're giving away.
Yeah.
Yep. It's going to be good because we've got a lot of good mem cards, a lot of autographs from NASCAR Hall of Famers. This is, I think, it's like what I said before. This is not 93 max common cards. This is some really good stuff in these packs, these prize packs.
And there's some low numbered stuff too. I know I had a couple low numbered things sitting around that I threw in, and I know you guys sent a couple. So even if it's not, a Dale Jr. autograph, there's some stuff out of 10, out of 15, out of 25 in there that are some autos and relics. So there's some good stuff.
Yep. It's gonna
Indeed.
be good. All we gotta do is just find them with no purchase necessary. So
Yep.
Yeah, it's all free. As they say in the commercials, free is good.
and then if you see us walking the floor, say hi or let us know you're gonna be there. We'll try to meet up with many folks as we can. We'll be looking around for NASCAR. So, but one thing I wanted to mention that the on Hobby Hotline on the main stage Friday that John had made up cards for everybody that's going to be there. So there'll be a card for me and Logan, and he's selling unsigned sets and signed sets for I think it was $10 and $20, and the money is basically a donation to Signatures for Soldiers. So that's
Hmm.
a good cause for that. So just a shout out if you're around um, on Friday, or you can hit or DM the Hobby Hotline on Twitter. DM them if you're not going to be there and you want a set. So John's taking care of all that. So that's awesome. And then I threw it up, but thank our sponsor Panini America. They help out quite a bit with the show. So um,
We had something else that was significant that happened today as well. Ty freaking Gibbs.
Oh yeah.
yes, because Kurt Busch had crashed in qualifying and could not pass the concussion protocol, they had to call in a driver for him. And so they called up Ty freaking Gibbs.
Yeah, and he did very well today. He brought the car home. He didn't crash, which is more than you can say for a lot of people. He finished ahead of Ty Dillon and a lot of other drivers.
Last
Um,
time I saw he was 18, so -2.
yeah, he's
So
bumped up to 16th now, so he has
for
a
his
top
first cup race, yeah.
first cup race, and really, I think that's his first time in the next gen car as well. So, he said that the braking points and the way that that car handles is completely different than an Xfinity Series car, which
That's
it is.
good to
We
hear.
know that already.
Good to hear where he finished because the last I didn't get to see the end of the race. The last I saw he was 31st, something like that. So that's good news.
Well, he had to start at the tail end of the field, so he started 30, I guess 36th probably. I
Okay.
don't. So he came up through the field and passed half the cars, over half the cars.
He's
So
a real deal.
he is the real deal. And what I found interesting today was they were talking about it on the broadcast. They were saying, you know, maybe that they ought to bring him up next year and let him feel out the car, even if he makes some mistakes, because, you know, they said, the younger kids, they seem to adapt better to this car. And, it may be a good thing for him to come up next year. So I don't know. I mean, to me, I think he needs to stay in the Xfinity Series for another year. That's my opinion. But I'm not the executives at Gibbs and Toyota and all that. So who knows? We may see Ty freaking Gibbs in Cup next year.
Yeah, I think it all has to do with the sponsor money. They can get somebody to sponsor him and then bring him up. But that was one thing I was really impressed with. He didn't even go to truck. He just went straight to Xfinity.
Hmm. Well, I think those cars are very similar to the ARCA cars.
Right. So that was like, we always talk about going to truck and going to Xfinity and then going to Cup, but um, throwing him right there to Xfinity, of course, he did pretty well, winning that. I guess was first race or whatever at Daytona Road Course last year or whatever. But yeah, so that was big, and Jason, me and Jason were kind of talking about, and I think Logan as well about trying to get some of these ticket stubs here for his first race.
Yeah, Nick DX Flyers was there today with his, I think, his son, and I actually messaged him, and he told me that the tickets he had were ones he printed out on paper. He didn't have any real tickets from the track, so maybe he lucked into a few. I don't know. I know he's coming to the National, So he'll be at the National. So we'll get to talk to him and ask him more about that.
So
But
I don't mind to talk about. I'm sorry, you done? Or I
I was
mean,
just going to mention one more thing about Ty freaking Gibbs.
good.
Man, these race teams, man, they are Johnny on the spot because when he got out of the car, I thought, well, he's going to have his Monster Energy uniform on, right? No, he had a McDonald's uniform made for him or ready to go. I was impressed.
Wow.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
So they must have, you know, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I was like, wow, they are not missing anything on this sponsorship. I guess McDonald's is ponying up a lot of money for that, and
Yeah.
of course, there's a lot of exposure with Michael Jordan and all that. So man, they must have cranked that sucker right out, and man, it was
So I'm
amazing.
wondering, they must have a list of alternates, and they're ready to go, kind of a thing, right? They didn't think about that today and say, oh, let's put Ty in there. I'm sure this was thought of. They have a list of substitutes, or whatever, and they have suits made and ready to go.
A contingency plan,
Yeah, they're paying
maybe.
that kind of money. Yeah, they must, unless somebody was up all night.
I think somebody was up all night. Is what I think because nobody expected that to happen to Kurt Busch.
Well, the accident was yesterday, right? So
Yeah, so they had time. I mean, they had overnight. They can, and plus, hey, they have a sponsor that's called FedEx. They can get them things. I'm sure quickly, quickly, quickly.
I might have to make some inquiries to see about that. I might have a channel to find out about that. But I was gonna go back with the tickets. So I don't do a lot of tickets. I have stumbled into some. I think I have Kyle Larson's first one. It was, I think, Charlotte in the October race. I don't know what year if it was. It was 13, and then Jimmy Johnson's first Cup win. I think that was in 2001 or 2002 out in California. And then the most famous one, Jeff Gordon's first race and Richard Petty's last race of Atlanta in '92, right?
Yep. That's the greatest race of all time. And
Collecting tickets seems like it's almost impossible to do because I forget which one of you mentioned it before the show, but you were saying that the one guy just printed tickets, like printed them at home.
Yeah,
And
now
then
it's
there's so
gonna be
much
tough.
digital. Yeah, I mean, if you have 50,000 tickets or 50,000 seats, I would say what at most probably 10,000 or printed tickets. I would say the other 40 are probably printed at home or digital. So I mean, right there, you're taking out 80% of even what's available, and
So
then
we're
half
having to
those
go.
people just throw them away and stuff. So
Like the last few times I've gone to Charlotte, they've been, you load it up on the app. And even now, when I went to a hockey game up in Raleigh, you loaded them up on the app. So to get physical tickets now are crazy impossible.
Yeah, when we went to Nashville a few weeks ago, it was the same thing. It was an app. We had our tickets on the phone. I, you know,
So I think maybe season ticket holders maybe might be able to get printed. I don't know, but it's one definitely to watch. Or I'll be searching eBay or whatever and to see about
Mhm.
getting one of those. But
Yeah, that's definitely a ticket stub to have. I think because I think today, I mean, this weekend really, Ty freaking Gibbs has yet again proved even more he's the real deal. And he
his
keeps
car,
reinforcing that every week now. Every week he does something that's it's mature above his age that makes him just that much better.
his car's not cheap. So it's where to buy them at or to wait. You know, or would you rather see you can get more value out of Kyle Busch rookies or Denny Hamlin rookies or Kevin Harvick rookies or whatever, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's but I was just going to, but where to find those rookies in 2020 Chronicles.
Well, talking about tickets and everything, I just looked on eBay.
Yeah.
If you want to split the money, we can do it. There's 4 tickets for the 2022 NASCAR weekend. It says NASCAR Cup Series on here on the ticket.
I
Sunday,
already messaged him.
Oh, $400.
I already messaged him. If they don't sell, to let me know.
Yep, that's $100 a ticket. I did the math. See, I did my Jethro Bodine ciphering. I figured that one out.
Nothing past Logan.
No, man, that was hard math, but I figured it out.
I'm not gonna say you should see Logan at the table with the dealers talking.
I'm counting on my fingers and my toes.
Yeah.
So yeah, hey Val, if we want to try to go in and get those tickets, I'll go in there with you.
That might be a little too much for me, but
it is too rich for my blood right now. $400, and they know it too. These people know what happened today.
I don't know. We'll see. One of the things is being patient. So it's nothing I have to have.
No, it's not.
But if I find it at the right price, then I don't know what that is, but I guess I'll know it when I see it, or we'll know when we see it. So.
Yep.
But there's a lot of national money right there. I wait till the off season or whatever for those tickets. And
wait till it cools down a little bit, and hopefully find some.
So I'm looking for the bargains at the national. What else do we want to talk about? Any more about the national?
Oh no, just our giveaways. We're going to have our pins and our stickers and those kind of things. Like we'll have our skid marks pins to give out.
Oh yeah, they're coming from you. I've got the NasCardRadio pins.
Yeah,
some stickers and some magnets.
I feel like we're going to be spending most of our time giving stuff away at the national and not looking at cards.
There's a little lapel pin. Hopefully the round pins come tomorrow that I can bring them with me. So
yeah, I ordered some from that special. My little King NASCAR pins. They came Friday.
So I got magnet and sticker.
So yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff to hand out. So it's going to be a big time.
Yep.
Plus, we'll be going to that F1 trade night.
Yes, Friday night. I think from like 10 to 1 in the morning. So looking forward to going to the F1 trade night. I want to see who's got some turbo attacks. I've been trolling eBay looking for the autograph in turbo attacks, and I have not seen one anywhere. So
have you seen the soccer match attacks? They show a picture of those facsimile ones that they've got.
I've seen one picture that Tops UK tweeted out about the signatures about a week after they were released, but I have not seen any actually pulled or for sale. So, but if you're not familiar with the skid marks, or that issue, you can see the kind of the logo there, and then the black ink is from Tire.
Yep, it's tire infused ink.
But yeah, so the F1 night, looking forward to that, and meeting the folks running the F1 trade night. So if you're an F1 collector and at the national, come on by. I think I tweeted it out. I can't remember right off the hand. I'm sure I'll retweet that out. But I'm gonna say like the Clarendon Hotel or whatever. But
yeah, the Clarion, I think, is what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that hotel is like on the boardwalk, if I remember correctly from when we were there last time. But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm crazy excited with all that going on. So it's best week of the year for collecting and seeing everybody. So
yep.
Hey, real quick before we do King's Court and close it out, just wanted to mention that I was on the Dave and Adams show, The Chase. It was Friday's episode, and actually got to I was on there for a reason not related to us, but I was able to sneak us in and talk some F1 and NASCAR real quick. And I felt like Johnny on the spot because it wasn't brought up ahead of time and I wasn't ready for it. But I felt like 4 years of preparation led up to that moment of talking about stuff. So it was a good show. Like 10 or 15 minutes, I was on there talking about how to prep for the national and what to do and what to wear and what to bring. But like I said, I got to throw in some NasCard radio and F1 talk and mention both of your guys' names as well. And so hopefully we get some new faces and new followers out of that too. But check that out. It was Friday the 22nd. That was the episode. And it's The Chase from David Adams.
Yep, check that out. Yeah, you had some great information on preparing for the national. We kind of covered some of that last week.
Yep.
And if you want to give the website again, just in case folks want to kind of check it out if they're on their way and have nothing to do in the car.
It's a weird link. So I would say check our social media. But it shows up as being from Preserve the Hobby. That's kind of my little side thing when I write and do some audio content here and there. But it's on social media. Like I said, it's a weird web address. So check mine or Preserve the Hobby on Twitter.
Is it one of those alphabet soup URLs?
Kind of, because I have some other stuff on the website that I didn't want people to see. So I kind of hid that and made this like its own little thing. So it's not as easy to find, and it's that tiny URL and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anything that sticks out to you that a lot of people have covered a lot of stuff, but anything you think that people miss that you think is important?
The same question was asked on the Chase, and I said the backpack. I think to me that's the biggest thing is people assume that it's like their local monthly show where there's like 30 or 40 dealers, and it's not. The analogy I used was the Wizard of Oz. Like the local stuff is the black and white and the national is the color. You know what I mean? You're not ready for it. I've done almost everything you can do in this industry, and I was not ready for my first one. Like, thankfully, I'm a very prepared person, and like now I travel for work, so I kind of have my routine and I know what to take. But for the person that's going to their first one after just going to like the little piddly shows around their local area, it's a big thing. And it's not like walking out to your car a couple times to put some stuff in there. It's like walking a couple miles, to put stuff in, losing your place, trying to figure out where you were. So to me, the big thing is the backpack and to carry stuff and to carry, supplies and Sharpies and stuff like that to be ready.
To that point, I was going to say, like I said, there's aisles and dealer have table numbers. And if you see something and you want to definitely go back, jot down the aisle at least, or the aisle and the table number. Ask the dealer what his table number. He'll know it. He won't be offended or nothing. And there was a tweet today. The show floor is 460,000 square feet.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, the reason this show is multiple days is because it is almost literally not possible to cover the whole show in a day.
Oh, it's not possible, Jason.
You know what I mean? It's just, even if you were just walking by, I mean, you would just be so tired. It's such a long walk to go through all this stuff. But actually to take the time and look everywhere or everywhere that looks of interest to you, it's nonsense. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, sorry. I did the math a few years ago, and I took the number of dealers and divided it by the time the show floor was open, and it came out to be only like 4 or 5 minutes that you could spend at every table. I mean, that's how big it is.
Yeah, and I mean something like that. That's not your going through dime boxes. That's your looking at a showcase and going to the next person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps that we collect NASCAR, so it kind of whittles down a lot of dealers. But we go up to them and you have any NASCAR, and nope, move on to the next one.
Yeah, and then
Uh,
you get those looks like
well, you know what?
you're insulting them. Like, you see all this vintage stuff I have, and you think I've got NASCAR?
Well, from the 10, 15 years ago, we're definitely getting to see more. So
Indeed.
I'm hoping with the F1 it'll help bring some more stuff out. So, but
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Like I said, Bell and I have our system, and we'll be putting that to the test.
yep. And if like I say, if you're out there, come by and see us. And part of it is meeting folks and relationships with everybody. So
Yeah, and
can't tell how many friends I've made in the hobby.
I accept hugs.
Anything else that we've missed, or you guys want to cover before we go into King's Court?
No, bring deodorant to the national.
Well, I was looking at the temperature is going to be in the 80s, or
It's not terrible.
No, it's
yeah,
not terrible.
so it's not going to be in the high 90s. So knock on wood that keeps up. So, but anything else, gentlemen?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Is it time to cue the music? All right, this week's King's Court. The last few weeks, there have been a lot of good cards that have sold on eBay, and I've had to add this honorable mention category because they're just some of these things are just too cool to leave off. So I'm going to start out with an honorable mention, and this was on the 24th of July. Uh, it says rare laminated, and I don't know what that means, okay? But it says 1988 Max Dale Earnhardt rookie card, number 99, sharp, detailed photos. I think what they mean by laminated is apparently this is somebody who's really not a big collector. It looks like to me like it's just in a top loader with a penny sleeve on it. But apparently somebody knows what it is because they were asking $1,080 for this card, and it went for a best offer of $700
Wow, $700.
for a raw, ungraded card. And it looks good. It does look good. But look how the thing is like right up at the top of that top loader.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary to me, but it does look. Now look at that one bottom corner on the bottom. Yeah, right there, the bottom right. Look, it looks a little weird to me, but that could just be the angle of the picture.
It scares me to see, like you said, the card that far up the top loader for the picture, spending that much money wondering how they were going to ship it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but I've done this years ago where I bought something and it's like, let me send you a top loader and plastic for you to put the card in. And I gave them instructions, and I mailed them a top loader and or a card saver one and had a card in there so they knew when they took it out how the new one should be put back in.
I
So
haven't had to do that, but sometimes I wish I had done it.
yeah, because at that price, I'm not going to look at their other items, but um, that that's a good bit of money, like you said. And but the other part too is to make sure it's legit. Kannapolis is spelled correctly, so
Yes, it looks like a legit card.
that's the easiest way to go after a counterfeit is they misspelled Kannapolis. Thank goodness.
Yeah, on the counterfeits, it's Kannapolis.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to our Joker of the week. This was on the 20th of July, 1986 Panini Supersport Ayrton Senna rookie stickers. And they were asking a lot of money, $1,299 for it. It went for a best offer of $500 though, and it's only like a PSA 4.
Yeah.
So that's pretty hefty price right there. I like how they have a PSA 4.0. It's still like a grade point average. Yeah,
Yes. 4.0.
it's really good. It's got a great GPA on
Yes.
it. But there you go. These people, everybody's delving back into the older F1 stuff now that the newer stuff has gone crazy, and people are digging up all this stuff. And there's a lot out there. We talked about it before. There's so many countries that have so many different issues, and all those things seem to be coming out of the woodwork now. Which, like I said, some of them are really nice. But this is really cool. I just thought I'd show this one.
Now these stickers and stuff, that's very intriguing to me. It's not like the new Topps Chrome, and we've said it, Logan, before, is that these are collectibles and these weren't meant to be collectibles. They were meant to be un you know, the adhesive or whatever removed and added to the sticker book. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because kids back then, they collected them, put them in the sticker book. They if they had extras, they would stick them on a notebook or stick them on their locker at school or whatever. They were just stickers. I mean, kids love stickers. Heck, I love stickers.
all those wacky packs.
Yeah, oh, yeah. That Wacky Packs made me the guy I am today.
Same
that
here.
that and Mad Magazine.
So yeah, the older stickers that I think they they intrigue me. I need to look at more of those.
Yep. All right, so let's head on to the next one. This is our Jack of the Week, our young driver. This is on the 21st, 2020 Panini National Treasures NASCAR Platinum debut. My boy and yours, Sam Mayer. It's a one of one auto, and it had a $500 buy it now price. And guess what? Somebody went click, and they bought it for $500 for a one of one Sam Mayer. And that's going to be his rookie right there too. That's 2020.
Yep. Very nice.
So that's a cool card, man. I thought about buying that card, but it's like no. I
Too
mean,
close to the national.
too close to national. He still hasn't won a race yet. I keep saying he's going to win the Xfinity race. It's coming, but he's still an unproven artifact for now. So that's a lot of money.
A lot of speculation and
Yeah, that's some speculation for sure. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Our Queen of the Week. This is on the 20th of July, 2021. National Treasures number 98, Haley Deegan, and it's another one of one from National Treasures. And they were asking $349.99 for this. Best offer accepted was $200.
has a bad corner.
Yeah, it does. It's not gonna grade well at all.
Well, I was glad that they at least they mentioned it.
Yeah, and that's
What was that,
probably
Jason?
Still 101.
Yep.
Bad corner and all.
Yep. It's still a one on one. Wonder if you could send that back to Panini and get another one. Because they, from what I understand, they do print, doubles of these one of ones, but getting something back.
Whole another show in itself.
That is a whole nother show. Yeah, that's a topic for another day.
Yeah, how's your Red Mojo coming?
Yeah, I had a Red Mojo Haley Deegan from the packs the redemption packs, and it had a big line across it, all the way across it, like almost like a razor blade or something went right across it. And I sent it in. I've never gotten a replacement. And I even said something like, "Hey, this is Haley Deegan. This is our Trevor Lawrence or whatever, And they're like, I haven't never heard anything back. So I may hit them up at the National and talk to those folks and see what they have to say about that. But anyway, we all think about that card. It's pretty cool though. I mean, it's a 101 for crying out loud.
Yeah, National Treasures 101, $200.
Yeah, I think the corner heard it, but I think somebody got a really good deal.
Yeah, it's a nice card. That green with the white and the blue. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, All right, so let's move on. This, our king of the week, this card was on the 24th of July, 2021, National Treasures. Here we go. It's been like a National Treasures day. Ty Gibbs white. This is from the white sparkle packs that came in National Treasures. It's a Ty Gibbs white sparkle auto, one of one. It went for $808 with 11 bids. Ty freaking Gibbs. Go Ty freaking Gibbs. It
The,
is unbelievable.
I don't even know the auto went off the sticker.
Yeah. We've talked about how
I thought the sparkle packs were redemption-esque. Like you could buy them later. I thought that's what it was.
That's all the other sports. They put them in National Treasures the last few years.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a pack inside the National Treasures box.
Okay.
You also have regular white sparkles too. Now, I thought about this today, and I didn't let you guys know about this, but is the white sparkle on the checklist
For National Treasures or for Prism Parallels?
for Prisms? So I'll have to dig into that.
Yeah.
I do not know.
Yeah, so because there's basically a whole parallel set, we don't know the run of the white sparkles, and then you have the white sparkle autos as well. So you get a 3-card pack in that National Treasures box that's going to have 3 white sparkle prisms in it. So, yeah, I guess as a part of National Treasures or part of, I guess I have a few people that I could talk to next week or this week, I should say, at the National about that.
Well, let me ask you guys. Do you think this is too high, too low, just about right?
I have a biased opinion because we saw what it was when there were about 8 hours left or so, and it was in the 750 range. I thought with everything happening today that it would hit 1,000.
Yeah,
So
I did.
I kind of thought it was a little bit low, but I kind of gauged my opinion on where it was at that point in time.
I think if he would have won the race, it would have been through the roof. But so his rookie's in 2020. This is his first Prism card, so it's got the Sunoco rookie on it.
Do you guys believe in the first Prism?
Kind of, but it's kind of whatever the market
created.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I still had my choice, I would go with 2020. I mean, he has some spark. Well, he's got some shiny stuff in Chronicles with Phoenix and Crusades.
Yeah.
But this is definitely, raise some eyebrows. This is a good card to have.
Mm-hmm. I think that if his career keeps going on the trajectory that it's on now, that this card will end up being a steal at $808.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go with this. And ask me in 3 years, this is either going to be a steal or you overpaid.
Right.
I'm leaning more of the steal, the way he's showing his maturity.
Yep. Totally agree with that. Yeah, he's becoming a great racer.
You look at the Sam Mir at $500 and hasn't won a race yet. The speculation trying, of course, that's a National Treasures, not Prism, but the Sam Mir is his rookie. And you look at what Gibbs has done already, Rookie of the Year, and the races he won last year, races won this year. So this could turn out to be a steal.
Yep. It's a beautiful card. All right, so let's move on to our next one. Our ace of the week, 101. It's really not a card, it's a piece of metal, but still, this is on the 24th. 2021 Topps Chrome F1 Felipe Drogovic printing plate, auto 101. They were asking $1,799.99 for this card, and it ended up going for $1,000. Best offer accepted. So it is what it is. It's a Cayenne printing plate. I mean, it looks okay, and we went for $1,000. I mean, I guess that's probably about right.
You talk about, like I said, speculating. So his F2 driver
Uh-huh.
in 2021, Topps Chrome. So
Yeah, there's definitely some speculation going on there, and of course the auto got a 10. Of course, you really don't want to grade a printing plate. I mean, those things don't grade well. They get little scratches and
Yeah, that would be
things.
difficult. Yep.
Yes, you always want to go authentic with those because they're just not going to come out right. You probably get like a 4 or something on it, and that would not look good on the flip.
that's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting, but yeah, that was the highest one of one for this week. Okay, so let's go on to our last one, our Royal Flush. This was on the 21st of July. 2021 Topps Dynasty F1 Lewis Hamilton triple patch auto out of 10. In fact, it's card number 1 of 10, which to me
That's
is
so
pretty,
disappointing.
yeah. Yeah, they didn't.
So disappointing to have 3 black swatches.
I agree with you. I mean, if you're going to have a 1 of 10, you got to have some color and have some interesting stuff in there. Yeah.
Even because it's Dynasty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've seen this before with these dynasty cards where you get these limited out of 5, 10, whatever, and they're all black. So that to me that does kind of stink.
I want to say we saw one of these not too long ago like that because I made a comment where it looks like there's 3 scratch offs with that black.
Yeah, we did. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think was it Max that we had, or
I don't know if it was Lewis or not, but
it wasn't Lewis. It was somebody else.
I think like you guys mentioned, a 1 of 10, you would think that there'd at least be some color in there.
You would think.
This kind of looks like if I had a Donruss watch where it's some generic color off of the guy's fire suit, right?
Right.
But this I got 3 this time.
Yeah, like a Donruss tire.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say because we see so many tire pieces. It's the first thing that comes to mind.
Yep.
Speaking of, we see so many Donruss tire pieces. Have we seen F1 tire pieces? That's the first time I've ever even thought about that.
I thought about it today when they were talking about tires, where because actually, Chase, I don't know how many of the F1 races you watch, but the different bands are for the different types of tires. So there's yellow and red for medium tires or soft tires, or so you can actually see what they're running. But I was thinking, like, because we have Goodyear in NASCAR, and you get part of that Goodyear, but to have part of that yellow or part of that red or something like that would be really cool from the F1 tire. So, but I have not, and I don't remember if they've done that or not. Maybe one of the listeners knows, but it would be cool to see some tire colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it would be too. But yeah, so this card, I don't know if I said it or not. It went for how much was it? Go back to my notes.
$5,312.
Yeah, 5,000. It went for $5,312 with 26 bids. So there's a lot of people interested in that card, even though it's kind of a plain Jane.
Yeah, it's a 21, not a 2020. So, and it's right at $5,300. So it's a little bit more than if you bought a box.
Right. We've talked about those boxes. To me, stay away from those boxes. I think the chances of you winning are not all that great. If you're going to spend $5,000 for a box and you end up getting a $200 team principal autograph card, that's going to really rub me the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm checking Blowout right now, and they're basically $4,000 a box now. So they've come down.
Come down a little bit, yeah, they sure have. But still, that's
a
more
big
money than
gamble for $1,300 before fees and everything else.
Yeah, I'd rather go buy about 8 or 9 boxes of National Treasures for that same money and know that I'm going to get something really cool out of there.
Let's see, $4,000. That'll get me 4 cases of 2011 Element.
Yep.
40 boxes.
Mm-hmm. Chase Elliott rookie, man. Yeah, that's the way to go.
All
And
those Chase Elliott's and undiscovered element autographs.
especially since he won today. Now he just had that win fall in his lap.
Yep. Yes,
So
sir.
so that is all that I have for King's Court of this for this week.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, it never fails. We're almost at an hour.
Well, we're still under an hour.
So we'll have to sign off here. So, any last um, things that we've missed today? So, of course, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Panini America, and thanks to new followers Bill T and also Casey McMullen, PC, and I didn't buy these for the great comments on YouTube for the videos. And don't forget to like and subscribe, ring the bell on YouTube
Yep.
to be notified of new content on YouTube. So you can also follow the little QR code there to get to the YouTube channel.
Yep. Don't forget hashtag skid marks and Ty freaking Gibbs.
Hashtag skid marks and definitely Ty freaking Gibbs. So, but if that's it, nothing else, then thanks for listening, watching the show, and we will hopefully see you at the National if you're going. If not, then we'll be back next week with a recap of everything that was the National, all the crazy stuff we saw, and race results, and maybe find out more about the disqualification of Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch. So, but for me and the guys, thanks for listening, and we will see you soon.